United Nations Environment Program asked for a copy of my film a few months back, and I shipped them one. And within about 6 hours of receiving it, they gave me a call and said, we would like to invite this film to be shown officially at this conference. So that was a great honor, and I was very happy about that. And one of the main reasons is there's not much information coming out of Antarctica. There's lots of information coming out of the Arctic that's relatively accessible. But out of the Antarctic, we know very little. So it was very important that the delegates attending this conference see the film and be fully informed on the information that the film provides.
Antarctica, the most undiscovered continent on Earth, and for very good reasons. But events are now unfolding here that may spell disaster for the rest of the world.
We hear a lot about what's happening in the Arctic, about the polar bears and so on, and the Inuit. We don't hear a lot about what's happening in the Antarctic. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's very difficult to get to, first of all. So filmmakers have a really tough time getting on all the various ships and planes and permits just to land there. And the scientists themselves who are stationed there doing the research, it's very difficult for them to get the information out. There's not a lot of email or telephone lines. So when they do get the information out, they publish it in scientific journals. They don't necessarily release it to the public. So it's up to the media to actually track this stuff down. It's hard to do. So when I saw that, I decided it was very important to send a film crew down, so that's why I did it.
What was it like to spend that time down there?
Well, it was a very exciting place to be because there's no place like it on Earth. I often tell people that it's the closest thing to visiting another planet without leaving Earth. But we were extremely lucky to have beautiful weather. And of course, it's unusual weather for Antarctica. Temperature was always above zero. One day it got as high as 11 degrees Celsius. And that was one of the most striking things that I noticed. I've been in the Arctic a few times and I've seen, the majestic icebergs standing triumphant, But down there, seeing water rolling off them, it almost looked like they were weeping. Just seeing that much water pouring off them. Not just a little icicle drip, but whitewater rafting kind of rivers running down them was actually quite surprising. Yeah.
What do you hope that people like you, people who've actually witnessed climate impacts on the ground, you've seen what's happening, what do you hope that you can bring here that will make a difference? And what are your hopes for the outcome at the end of next week?
Well, I think it's very important that the information that I reported on in the documentary reaches the decision-making delegates that are here. An awful lot of information is being provided to them, but very little is being provided about Antarctica. So that's why we're trying to arrange as many screenings as possible. The United Nations Environment Program has been extremely helpful in promoting the film and trying to get delegates to see it. We have close to 15 screenings booked now, and hopefully by the end of it, people will realize that the flooding that's about to come from the increasing sea levels as a direct result of the melting land ice in Antarctica is really a crucial, imminent crisis that needs to be addressed first and foremost. So I'm hoping a policy comes out that addresses that.
This is the Antarctica Challenge.